So I took it to the watch repairer and he looked at it and it's actually a rather precious watch you've given me there. I'm Michel Roux and I am Chef Patron here at Le-Gavroche restaurant in Mayfair. Well, I was almost born in a kitchen, and that's true. My mother went into labour whilst she was helping my father to cook in a private house. And from day one of my life, I was in a professional kitchen. There was no way I could be anything other than a chef. Time is crucial in my routine, not just in my professional life, but in life in general. My time is precious, and I always say to make sure that every moment that you are on this planet, that you make the most of it. Anything and everything from a very cheap, £2.99 timer and a buzzer or an egg timer, things like that, and all the way through to high-tech booking systems that you can follow during the service, and that will tell you that a table has finished their main course and has been eating for X amount of minutes and has X amount of time left at the table. So all of that actually helps us run a very smooth service. So I have several watches, but the one I'm wearing at the moment is one that my father handed down to me. He was given this watch, which was a limited edition Corum watch, or Corum, I think it's pronounced, watch. And it was a limited edition that was made for the Admiral's Cup, sponsored by Mum Champagne. So my father did an event for them and was given this watch, and he handed it down to me. At the time, I didn't realise its value or significance and wore it in the kitchen. And one day it stopped working. So I took it to the watch repairer and he looked at it and said, yes, no problem, we can change the batteries and give it a clean and a service for you. I said, service? He said, yes, it's actually a rather precious watch you've given me there, and it will cost you £500 to service it. So I took a deep breath and thought, yeah, I'm not going to be wearing that again in the kitchen. On a day-to-day basis, I normally wear a Fitbit because I like to keep a tab on how many steps I'm doing, and I like to keep a tab on my sleep patterns and such like. But I do have a few watches, including the Corum that I'm wearing now, it is nice. It's part of getting dressed up as well. You've got special watches that you like to wear, and watches for ordinary day wear and watches for work. Going back a few years, I was only a very young chef then, and I saw a whole hind of beef, and it was literally the whole back leg, slow cooked in an oven where, I kid you not, you could have fit 2 or 3 human beings in it. It was that big. And this whole joint of beef cooked, I think it was near enough 2 days, very, very slow cooking, and being basted with this red wine. And it was served at a banquet. It was just incredible, awe-inspiring actually, as a young chef, to see something like that. And I've never seen it again, and I've never even attempted it myself. So that is a particular dish that you would need a lot of time with. Cooking has evolved, food has evolved over the years, God, it is incredible. But yeah, I love innovation, and I love the change. In my lifetime, I've seen so much change in the food scene in the UK, and I dare say in another 20, 30 years it will have evolved and changed again. But classics will remain. Classics remain for a reason, because they are tried and tested. So who knows what's being invented now, if it will be a classic in 50 years' time. We shall see. I think it's genuinely my professional life that has taken over that, because you have to be extremely organised to be working in a professional kitchen. Yeah, I don't like an untidy chef. You have to be very, very tidy and methodical to be able to work in a high-end kitchen, for sure. Self-discipline is key as well, because you're only ever as good as the last plate of food that you present. So, every single plate of food has to be perfect, and you can't let up from that. I'm not going to last forever. I'm 62, so I still enjoy coming into work. As long as I do still wake up without the alarm and jump out of bed and happy to come here, then yeah, let's keep it going.
Thank you very much. That is.
Oh, and the fridge just stopped on time, didn't it?
Like clockwork.
Yeah, like clockwork.